Well, good morning, folks. Lester here, and I'm laying beside Fiona. Oh, she's still mad at me, baby. It was an accident, baby. I'm sorry. Laying beside Fiona, who is just not real sure about what's been going on. Her whole life has changed, y'all. And she has become a resident here inside of our home at I'm a Survivor. I'm about to tell you something that you probably did not know. I'm going to tell you something that you probably did not know. Now, you can go ahead and tune out right now if you don't want to hear it from Lester. But I'm going to tell you something that you probably didn't know. All right, so something that you guys have been following the page will already know is that you always have to have your feed containers in a circular pattern. Guys, you have to pour your feed in a circular pattern. If you have animals that are going to move other animals around, and in this case we have the horses and moo who do in fact move the calves around, you have to, you really do, you must lay your containers, your food troughs, in a circular pattern. The reason that you do that, secondly, you must spread them far apart. The reason that you do that is so that whenever one cow or horse or decides that they're done eating out of their particular trough, they'll move to the next trough. That will allow the next calf who's been run off their food to go to another trough. And so that has to happen. We've talked about that before, especially when Tex was here, because Tex would be the one to start the chain of events. He would start everything off in motion. And when you have your food troughs in a straight line, like we have laid out over here, if that calf is at the end of the line and there's nowhere else to go, then that calf feels defeated. He will walk off to the corner and sulk. Sulk, S-U-L-K. But as long as you have a circular pattern, and the thing is, those larger cows and horses will walk away from their food even when there's food still in the trough. They do that because they get a little bit spoiled, a little bit selfish, a little bit greedy. And once they've eaten their food down enough to where they think it's about gone, they'll go ahead and go to another trough. So you always want your calves to come up to a trough, and there may not be a whole lot in it, not left over, but there'll be at least some that they can get into. That probably makes no sense to anybody. So we have her bed right here where she's just kind of making herself comfy while she heals. We don't make her go too far for food and water. Jamie can sit right there and work. So she keeps an eye on her throughout the day while I go about doing my daily chores and whatnot. Which is where we're going right now. You guys hold on, let's go for a little walk. But Fiona does, we take her outside several times a day. And she's doing good. She's getting around pretty good. All of the smells outside are new to her, so she's not sure what's what. Mr. Hank, come on. Be nice to Fiona. I will say that the thing I'm most excited about over the last couple of days has been the fact that we're starting to get our hands on the calves. You know, we're feeding twice a day now. It's the fall, and so we always feed twice a day in the fall and the winter. And so we're having a lot of chances, a lot of opportunity to get our hands on the calves. We're trying to make the Santoro and Jolene and Annabelle as gentle as possible. So this here is what I've been looking for. We ordered this to go. I know you can't hear a word I'm saying. Why am I even trying to talk right now? So this here is made for a four-wheeler. And it goes right in there the same way it would go on a large truck, except on a four-wheeler they're much smaller. The little hitch point is so much smaller. And now we have a hitch. Now we don't do a whole lot as far as pulling. You really don't pull a whole lot with our four-wheelers. You could pull a trailer, you know, for a short ways. but we like to have the hitch so we can pull the drag and drag our pastures. So a lot of folks are asking about our female turkey and how it's going with the eggs. And I don't know. I will continue to bring you updates. Hey baby, can we have one little peek at them babies? Can we have one peek at Cornholio's babies? I'm not bothering you. I just want to look at the eggs. Oh no, there's ants. There's ants here. Why are there ants here? Guys, I see ants, lots of ants. Oh no. Look. What is that? Oh no. Oh. That right there's a dead chick. And there's ants all over it. I hope those ants are not biting her, because poor mama would sit, she would lay there and just take that. Oh, goodness, baby. I am so sorry. Okay, here's what I bet happened. Let me give y'all a scenario. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go throw this over here in the trash can. Oh, okay, so there's a couple of things happening here. That's a dead chick, a baby chick. And it has ants all over it. So what I bet happened is that one of those eggs hatched, and I bet you she realized it was not a turkey, and she killed it. Now, I'm not trying to be mean, and do not judge her based on that, but look, the mother hen is gone. The hen who was laying here with her is not here right now. I want to look under her, because there are ants everywhere. Now, I believe that those ants will leave now that the dead chick is gone. But don't y'all think we should also make sure there's no more dead chicks under her? We don't want to have, and I don't know, what's that? I don't know about moving her to the roost or the boxes, because I still see ants climbing around. Baby, let me look under you. Just move over a little bit. There are don't bite me. Don't bite me. There are so many eggs. I'm going to slide everything over away from where the ants were. Ouch! Away from where the ants were at. Guys, it scared me more than it hurt me. The thing is, that was my bad shoulder, and so when I yanked, even yanking my shoulder hurt. Okay, I don't see any more. I only see a few ants, but I don't see any more dead chicks. So I don't think the ants were bothering her. But now the ants will leave if there's no more dead. Oh, that's sad. Look how cute. Oh boy. Jolie's like, oh, it's food time to eat, y'all. It's time to eat. Boy. So she's the one that we're trying to get to be lovable, because we know she'll spend her entire life with us. And so even if you're not always able to rub your hands along her belly and backside, just being close to her, I'm within about a foot or so. I will occasionally reach over and just put my hands on her, rub her horn, let her know that this is safe. She's still very leery. Now look at this jerk. Hey, I'm over here loving. Look at this jerk. Donkey Dan, I love you, but I was loving on her. Donkey Dan. Donkey Dan. Look at the ears back. He's like, move it. Okay, well, I will just take my bucket that I was sitting on, Donkey Dan, and go love her over here. Now, I had left some food in this bucket because I was going to spread it out more. Here, baby. Here. We'll do it right here. If you want to eat, come right over here beside Daddy. Right here beside Daddy. See, you make them come to you for food. You're not rubbing hard. You're just kind of putting your hands on it, getting them used to your smell. Santoro, we're not that scary. We're not that scary, and do not be mean to her. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. No. He's a bull, y'all, and as a bull, he's going to be a whole lot more leery of any kind of interaction. You know, this over here is something that you would have never done back when she was with her mama. Stop being such a little scaredy cat. Jolene's not a scaredy cat. She's a sweet girl. She's a sweet girl who loves her daddy. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. That's good now. So you guys do know that we're feeding twice a day. The fall and winter, we do feed twice a day. Annabelle, can I love you without having food in my hands? We do feed twice a day now. And we're not overfeeding. So even though you think, oh my God, Lester, that's 2 buckets. But guys, that's 2 buckets amongst all of these horses and donkeys and cows. So 2 buckets is not too much, and there'll be 2 more in the afternoon. And of course, throughout the day, they're still able to find some, I'll just say some grass. Now this here bothers me. This here bothers me. Why is this gate closed and locked? Guys, that bothers me because that gate has to be open. There's not enough grass. There's not enough green in this pasture and the one up front for all of those babies to survive on and get nourishment from. And so this gate has to stay open. The animals have to have access to all of the grass in those pastures. And there's another field just like that one back behind this tree line. You all remember after that fire we had a couple of weeks back, I went ahead and mowed. I took my bush hog and I mowed all of that down, got all the weeds out of there so that the cows could have all this grass. I mowed lanes around the fence lines, and I mowed a couple of acres here to give them extra grass. So that's why I don't know why that gate would have been locked. I need a hero! Really? Really, Jake? Well, guess who closed my gate? I found out who closed the gate. It wasn't Jacob. It was my father, my dad. He did not want, we had Moses break over a couple of times. Moses had broken into our pastures a couple of times. You all know those videos. And my dad thought the best way to keep Moses out of Lester's pasture is to go close Lester's gate. But that means my dad simply cut off all of my cows, horses, and donkeys to all that extra pasture that Joanne and Uncle Raleigh allowed me to use. And so I told Jake, don't make Pawpaw at his age go try to fix fence. My dad's not able to go fix fence. I says, Jake, you're gonna have to do it for him. But we have to allow our animals access to that grass or they're not gonna have enough to eat. And so, and y'all know what I always say, farm chores are a whole lot funner when you have someone to do them with.